2. We're live, pal.
All right, everybody. We all just transitioned.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Dirty 20 D&D Night here on Discord, Twitch, YouTube, whatever your personal choice is to watch this.
That's an A+ intro.
I am your host, Ken, and DM, Ken Crofton. With me, as most times, we got Brandon playing as Kaywin. We got my wife Laura playing as Nori, the autistic sea woman. We've got the star-crossed lovers, Tony playing as Fatu, and Dominique playing as Inafine. You got Kevin playing as Kevonian, the sexually promiscuous bard. I am playing the Bill Carr-esque cleric Chiron, and Louis Ayala is playing the time-stopping wizard Tinzo. Last time,
or as you might know him from Dutch from Ring of Honor. Hey, give that shout out.
Yeah. Yeet.
Yeet!
Last time we played, you guys, after meeting up with the heroes of Kryn, you went through and received all of your gifts. Well, everybody except for Tinzo. His gift, according to Raceland, was not ready yet. You started to set off after making a plan on how you were going to get to Palanthus. But upon realizing there might be a way to speed up the process, Raceland opened up a portal after that he learned how to do after reading Tinzo's mind. You guys walked through. You ended up at the port in the north of Solace, where you got a ship. You started taking it across the strait. You were met upon by a pirate ship, which was then destroyed by a large kraken-esque creature that grabbed onto your ship. You were able, with the help of Raceland, to get free of the beast's grasp and take off, continue your path. Upon landing on the other side, you ended up kind of trying another portal, ended up in Palanthus, where, as you guys were walking through the city, you watched as a pack of ever-growing black dragons flew over the city. The people of the city met in the city center, where the Lord Regent announced they were helping, the government was helping out Lord Soth and his his acquaintances to find the Dragonlance. Hold on, let me get rid of that. People were asking questions. You guys were kind of getting involved with the town square situation. It got to a point where Lord Soth finally commanded his dragon to annihilate the first 10 rows of the people in the crowd. At which point Tinzo rewound time so that he was the only one that actually saw that happen. And then he stopped you guys from doing the stupid shit that you were doing that would have gotten you killed. You guys made your way.
Not us killed. They got everybody else killed.
They got everybody else killed.
We were fine.
You guys, upon trying to leave the city center, you started hearing in your head the voice of the dragon, or at least Raceland and Tinzo did. I believe Kevonian might have also. I can't remember. I cannot remember 100%. You heard the dragon saying it can sense you, blah, blah, blah. You guys got the fuck out of Dodge, made your way through the back alleys and the back streets to a dwarven drinking establishment in a back alley called the Forge. I believe that's what I had it called. Either way, that's what it's called now. You guys entered the bar.
You did call it the Forge, by the way. I took notes.
I did call it the Forge?
You did call it the Forge.
All right, good for me. You guys, you entered the bar. You started having conversation on what to do next, and that's pretty much where we called it a night. So with that, I'll let you guys take it away. Enter scene. You're back in the Forge. The party is half separated, with a group of you up by the bar. You have Kaywin and Fatu are up by the bar talking to the dwarven bartender with Sturm and Inafine. Sorry, forgot she was up there. Flint is up there too. I cannot get his token to load, which is upsetting. Hold on one second. Oh, there, you got him. Yeah, motherfucker. All right.
Oh, Flint did.
And back in the back corner, you've got Karamon, Raceland, Goldmoon, Tinzo, Kevonian, Nori, Tasselhoff, Chiron, and Tanis Half-Elven. Right? Yeah. So and Ruckus. I always fucking forget Ruckus. And with that, I'll let you guys take it away. You are trying to figure out what to do next because you watched the Lord Soth and the Lord Regent go into the main tower where you were led to believe information on the Dragonlands and magical items of note in the realm are kept. And instead of trying to deal with that nonsense head on, you came here to try to figure out a course of action. So, take it away.
Is Raceland at the table? You said?
Raceland is at the table. He's sitting right next to his brother in the corner.
Okay. So I say to Raceland, I say, those dragon dudes here often?
No. He's staring. He's got his thousand yard stare on towards the front door, and he says, "If Lord Soth is here, bad omens are well to follow."
Is this something?
He's the physical embodiment of a nightmare.
Is this something we need to worry about, or can we do what we need to do without involving that?
He's in thought for a second. He goes, if it turns out we're looking for the same thing, then it is going to be a serious issue.
Okay, then. Let's put that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. What's our next steps here?
Once again, he's deep in thought. He's like, well, seeing as I've been to the scroll room and the archives in the tower before, in theory, I could potentially open a portal. He goes, I don't know how well that'll go, especially if there are other people in the room. It might not be the most secretive or clandestine means of getting in there and finding out what we're trying to find out. If you understand what I'm saying.
Are you trying to get like a book out of there? Do you know what you need?
No. It's not. I don't know exactly what I'd be looking for. It's more the issue of if that dragon can sense somebody within our party, then most likely Lord Soth can sense us too, and it's trying to get in and get whatever we need without attracting or while attracting as little attention as possible.
Well, then what do you think it is about us that they can sense?
He's you know, it could be anything. It could be mine or Tinzo's attunement to magic and the powers of the arts. It could be you something about all of you coming from another existence. It's like it could be anything. But if like I felt in that city center, I felt that that dragon was talking directly to like about us. So whatever it is, unless somebody else is creeping about that we don't know, like, that's something we have to pay grave attention to.
You guys ever meet Lucifer?
He goes, who?
That answers my question. Tenzo, what do you think about all this? You have any ideas?
Well, we're definitely gonna have to lay low on asking questions at the bar, because if they find out somebody else is asking questions, most likely then we're gonna get the attention. And I'm not 100% on having Raceland open another portal anyways, because those last 2 times took a toll on him. So I don't know. This one's kind of up in the air as well. I'm not too sure what I can suggest here.
I'm not a wizard. I'm only a humble bard that uses some kind of magic sometimes. But I feel like opening a portal this close to the dragon's influence might be all they need to detect something is going on. Would you think I'm wrong about that? Portal magic seems to be a very powerful type of magic.
Well, I mean, we got here without a trace, so it may not necessarily be the portals, but I'm not 100% on that either.
Well, I'm not saying that it is definitely the portals, but I'm thinking that opening up a portal
Could
is
cause
something that the dragon would sense.
possibly, depending on the magic that they're sensing, but yeah.
And they're saying that this dude's an avatar of a god, so we don't even know what we're up against.
Wait,
Or
who? Oh yeah, I got
yeah,
you.
right. Hold on, let me look at my notes. Out of
Yeah,
character.
I don't think we need to fight another god anytime
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. We already dealt. We almost died fighting Lucy.
Hmm.
That's Lucifer. I don't know why that's Lucifer.
So where's Gold Moon? Is she at this table?
Yeah,
Asking
she's at the
Meta.
table with you guys. Yep.
She okay? Meta again. Is she kind of like the leader of that group?
Tanis is.
Oh, Tanis. Where's Tanis?
Tanis is at the table also.
Oh, okay. Well, then back into character. I asked Tanis. Tanis, what are your thoughts? What do you suggest that we could try without starting a ruckus, so to speak?
He slugs down his mug of ale, and he looks at he's like, well, Matt, if Raceland doesn't think his magic is the right way to do this, that only really leaves talking our way in there or backdooring our way in there, finding a way to sneak in unseen.
Cavonian says, "This is your world. You guys seem to know your way. There's got to be a contact, somebody you know that could either get us in there or get what we need from in there. Is there anything like that? Like, do we have to pay somebody off? Some of us are pretty sneaky, also."
he's thinking, and he's like, if I'm gonna be on, he's like, I'm gonna be honest. If the Lord Regent's working with Lord Soth already, he goes, there's not gonna be anybody we can really pay off to get in. He goes, but we might be able to sneak in. It's the idea of, do we know anybody that, does anybody know a means in? So
You ever heard of the Trojan horse?
He goes, a what?
Called a Trojan horse. It's an old tale from my childhood of a land from long ago where a bunch of knights made a giant wooden horse and put it outside of a city.
What if we build a large wooden badger?
I was waiting for that to come up. And basically, it was it's a terminology for a ruse to let. There was a bunch of people that hid inside of the horse, and at night, after they let it into the city, they broke out and did what they had to do. Have you ever heard of a bag of holding?
He kind of looks at you. He goes, no. He goes, but we are already in the city, friend. What would we need?
But we're not in that building.
He stops and thinks. He goes, well, on the same note, what would stop any one of those dragons from just burning your horse to crisp?
Well, that's where the bag of holding comes in. Tendo, would you like to explain what a bag of holding is?
Well, I was about to explain, I think, what your plan is. Do you want to shrink and go into the bag of holding?
First off, I don't think we have to shrink. We can just step into it.
A bag of holding does have a finite amount of space.
Yeah, but what is the space for a bag of holding? I mean,
it's a lot, but I don't know if you could fit 13 people in a bag of holding, full sized.
well, you wouldn't have to fit everybody in there. We only need to get the people that out of character. We really only need Raceland because he knows what he's looking for. Probably Tenzo because he's at least versed in the types of things to look for. And anybody else that can pick locks and stuff like that. Like maybe 3 or 4 people. It's just getting the bag in. And this is just a crazy idea. I'm just coming off on the top of my head here.
Yeah.
If anybody else has something.
Fatu, what are you and Inafine doing over at the bar?
I'm sipping on my gin and juice while whispering sweet nothings into her ear.
Oh my god.
Flint Fireforge, their dwarf. Remember, he's watching. He's like, you're a very affectionate couple, aren't you?
A little bit. Can't keep my hands off this little elf.
Gross.
Extreme.
He's like, I can appreciate the love and sentiment. He goes, but that can get you killed in the wrong situations. Not for nothing.
I appreciate your counsel, bud, but I'm willing to die for this pussy.
Does Inafine actually make that sound?
Yes, actually.
Yes.
Kaywin, you're right over there. How do you react?
I just roll my eyes and continue drinking.
Nori's literally like, when did we get a cat?
Oh my god.
Sturm sitting at the end of the bar hears Enifine make that noise. He's like, by the gods, madam, are you okay?
Oh, trust me, she's very okay.
Oh my god.
It's either getting worse and worse.
How has she not been pregnant like 6 times in this thing already?
God.
She's still pregnant.
Can she get pregnant while she's pregnant?
And she gets super pregnant?
Can the child inside of her get pregnant?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Pregnancy-ception?
In pregnancy.
You're fine.
I just imagine her uterus drowning in cum.
Oh my. There it is. There it is. I was waiting for it.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh, God, I'm fucking clipping that.
That's the one right there. I was waiting for
All right.
Oh my god. That was too good of a joke for one person just to have gotten. God damn it.
that. We end the session there.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's
Night
it.
done.
That's
Good
all we
night,
need.
everybody.
Hope everybody had a blast.
Oh my god.
The world
So
explodes.
much-
Everybody's dead.
Get
TPK.
into character.
So much coom.
Oh my god.
That baby's
Yeah, I
definitely
gotta get back into character now.
It's lousy with cum.
They say semen is good for the skin.
Oh my.
Gross.
I was waiting for somebody to be like, it's true.
I almost fucking flare bumped right now, I swear to God.
Jesus. It's at this point, Chiron walks up to the bar. He puts his mug down. He's like, what I miss?
Oh my god.
We're talking about all my semen.
Gross.
Oh.
Hey,
for fuck's
barkeep.
sake.
Barkeep, you know any people that might know secret ways into that tower in the city center?
And he's
I'm
moving
gonna get this story moving.
You started it, to be honest.
How did I start this? I cut to them.
It was your idea to play.
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. You cut to them,
Yes.
we get
so
punished for it.
This
We get
whole
punished.
thing was your idea.
Yeah.
The
You
one-eyed
wanted to play
bartender
with this
looks
specific group of people.
the one-eyed bartender looks. He's staring at Fatu and Enifine. He kind of looks back at Chiron. He goes, "What? Whoa, what? All this talk about coom." What do you need,
Oh,
friend?
Can't even take this session seriously anymore.
I can't. Kevin has derailed this.
Oh, that coom.
Oh, the coom. Yeah.
And I am totally sober, too.
Yeah.
That is not even...
Give me the coom. I need the coom.
It's a semen episode.
So the bartender looks at Chiron. He's like, what?
Ironically, that's what her uterus says to me.
Oh my god.
Gimme.
Chiron.
I want the cum. Give me the cum.
All right.
All right, we gotta get it back on fucking track.
Get it out. Let's get it all out.
This has been at least 5 minutes of semen jokes.
All right. Chiron repeats
Oh,
that trying to see if there's anybody that knows any
Ooh.
any secretive ways to enter the tower. And the bartender leans and he goes, what's it to you? Chiron, oh shit, I'm on something. I'm moving the story along. Yeah, baby girl.
I'm a wrestler.
Yeah. Cavonian.
What?
I'm gonna take him home and fuck him.
Come over here.
I need to get
I'm
a
going to
refill.
let you continue the story. And he walks away.
I need to get a refill anyway. Cavonian goes up with his empty thing. He's like, I need a refill of that, and I need for you to continue whatever conversation you were just having with that guy.
Oh my god.
He grabs your shirt and he goes, I keep your voice down.
I don't even know what you were talking about.
Yeah, you're trying to sneak into the tower.
Oh, is there a way for that to happen?
He's like, us dwarves know all the tunnels in this city.
I look over at Fat Two and I go, is that racist?
No, we dwarves know how to dig through tunnels. We're very
No
good.
offense, I had to show these things.
The bartender, while holding Cavonian, he looks at Fatu. He goes, I know you were trying to make a sexual joke there. It failed.
No, that time.
I thought so too.
That time I was just stating
I
the
know,
fact.
but I was
not
waiting
being
for it.
sexual.
I was gonna make one almost just now.
What about how I explore your tunnels?
Oh my god!
Got it.
Three more ales,
It was
and
the
you're gonna have to show it.
pluralization that got me.
Can't step away from the coon.
Bartender looks at Cavonian and he goes, one more of those jokes and I'll give you no information.
Cavonian gets even closer, like he's holding him, but Cavonian just leans into it and he touches noses with him and he goes, what information do you have about the tower?
I die laughing. It was funny.
Fatu leans in between both of them and touches both of their noses at the same time
I'm just dying laughing in the
and
back.
says, "Why are we so close?"
Tips. They're touching tips.
Why are we?
The bartender just kind of puts his hand, pushes his tattoo away. He looks back at Cavonian. He goes, he grabs his mug. He goes, go back to your table. I'll meet you there.
Oh.
In the background, Nora yells, "Penis!" No?
I want to be included.
We have enough immature people. God damn it.
After a few moments, the bartender fills up a round of mugs, carries it back to the table, sits down, he kind of sits down in the corner. He looks at everybody at the table. He goes, if it be getting into the tower you seek, he goes, we know a few ways in. He goes, it depends on where you're trying to end up.
Not caught by dragons.
Definitely underground. That's what a tunnel is.
All right.
He goes, but once you're in, there's passages all throughout that building. He goes, very well made. He goes, now if you're looking to get into the Lord Regent's room itself, he goes, there'd be a way in there if you're to maybe do an assassination. I don't know. I'm not here to judge.
I look at Rayson and I'm like,
Rayson's like, no, we're just trying to get into the archives. Oh, aye, the archive room. That's a much simpler job.
We'll take the first.
But he puts the serving tray down on the table. He goes, but information on these parts isn't free. Looks around.
Luckily,
That means fucking pay me.
luckily, subtlety is my middle name, and
Oh my god.
flick a gold coin on the dish. Cling.
He looks back at you. He goes, "I'm going to take this for all the coom talk." He goes, 1 gold pieces. He goes, he's like, if you want the information and you want safe passage in there, he goes, it's going to cost you 30 gold piece.
Sir, I will give you 1 more gold piece just to say that word again.
What
Coom.
word? Coom?
There it is. I throw you another gold piece.
He goes, yeah, that's going to be 30 gold piece a head.
I give him head.
A head.
A head as in beforehand, or as a head as in...
A head is in per person.
Per person.
Oh God.
Wait, where? I don't hear this, right? Because they're at the.
No, you're at the he's at the table with you now.
Oh, okay. I thought they were at the bar. All right.
Yeah, we're all at the table now.
He's trying to keep the conversation to localized at this table.
No, I can actually do, actually.
Cavonian said, surely we can come to a better arrangement than that.
25.
He goes, no. If what the word says about Lord Soth and his dragon riders being in town is true, he goes, I'm not putting any of my men at risk for anything less. And from what my men tell me about your giant war beast outside, it seems you can afford it. Look at you all with your shiny armors and look at your white outfit.
I walk up to him and I place in front of him 20 platinum. Like, will this cover everybody here?
That'll cover about half of you.
20
How
platinum.
much is 1 platinum worth? How many gold?
1 platinum's 10 gold piece.
Oh, really? Oh, you're right. Fuck it. I'll give him 50.
He takes one of the platinum coins. He goes, yeah, that'll do. He goes, that'll do. And he goes, let me go talk to my men. Meet me out back in about 15 minutes.
For that much, I'm sure you would be able to supply some healing potions as well.
He's sitting there. He's what? Potions? They'll find you a couple of potions.
Good man.
I pat him on the back. Thank you, friend. And I walk back.
I yelled, bartender!
He comes in. He leans back into Cavoni. He goes, but if that dwarf and his elven hussy keep talking about the coom, he goes, I'll have my men lead you to search.
Oh my god.
I lean into him really close and I say, listen, if you play your cards right, you're gonna get a show.
What?
Live sex show. All right. It's good.
I run a respectable establishment.
You just took a bribe to let us into the tower secretly.
He goes, so? No fornicated in my establishment.
Well,
I thought they already did. Didn't they just have sex somewhere?
No, they haven't fucked in a bar in weeks.
I thought that as soon as
in game time.
I thought that as soon as we had gotten there that they went and found some place. Oh.
It happens so often that we're just starting to like mix all the time.
I'm actually pretty sure it did, but
yeah, that's what I think it was like. What was it?
I don't remember them fucking.
What was it? Like the second session of the Christmas special?
No, because they fucked on the ship on the way here.
Ah, yes, there it is.
Tony, is that the last time you guys banged?
In game.
In game.
Had to clarify that. Had to clarify that.
Last time I think we banged was when we did that all-night fuck fest where we painted the town white.
Yeah, that was 2 sessions ago?
Yeah.
Our last, no.
Yeah, because the last session we didn't really have sex because you got the kid ripped out of your stomach by Satan.
Yeah.
Jesus
That
Christ.
wasn't the last session. The last session you fucked on the ship.
It was the ship.
It was the ship.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right. We
on
found a
the
quiet,
The
a
side
quiet
boat.
It was
boat.
in one of those emergency
Oh, that
little
Oh,
boats.
last session,
Yeah, you were in the
Yep.
lifeboat.
The lifeboat. There it is.
Some women and children died so that you guys could make your love seed.
Season, my friend.
Oh my God, semen.
Semen season.
Pay me like one of your wood elves.
It's the
All right,
season
so
for semen.
with that, the bartender he walks back to the bar. You see him. You watch as like he turns. A couple other dwarves come out of the back room. They're all kind of huddled around, looking at the. He's got the bag of money, like, "Arr, arr," and they all of a sudden they all scatter off. with that Tannis looks. He goes. He looks at Tinzo. He goes, "How much money did you just give him?"
I just put my hand on his shoulder. Don't worry about this, friend. We got to do a job here.
It's like, well, it's impressive. Dwarves in these parts, they only react that way about a good amount of money. So he's like, I'm expecting that whatever he's gonna
You gave him.
he's gonna give us the whole 9 yards.
Hopefully.
That's how we travel. I mean, we've got an elephant, dude.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Meeting them out back, or
We are rested up already, right?
yes, you have done. Everybody should be rested up. There hasn't been any combat or anything since.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I just look at Rachel and I go, when we get in there, like I know you don't know exactly what you're looking for, but is there a guideline so we can get in and out as fast as possible so everybody can look?
He kind of just holds his hand up. He goes, when we're in, he goes, he's like, you will understand what to look for once we're in. He's like, you'll know when we get in. He's trying to be very reassuring to you.
Okay. Well, in that case, and I sit back and I light up a lotus weed joint. Got to get ready for the day.
All right, about 15-ish minutes later, it's still early, like pre-noon. This is like 11:30 a.m. This is happening, by the way. So you guys wait a few. You walk out back. After about 15 minutes, as you get out back, there's a half dozen dwarves standing around in a circle around the bartender. And all these dwarves are dressed like little, like, kind of like assassins. They're very tiny. They're in black. They're they're actually very slim for dwarves. And they're just like, like as the bar, you see the bartender barking out orders, and there's as you guys approach the bartender, as you approach this, the bartender he turns around and he goes, all right, aye. He goes, all right, my men, they're going to take you back towards the city center. There's a building they're going to lead you in. He goes, don't worry, there's not going to be anybody there. We own it. We're the only ones that know how to get in. They're going to take you down. They're going to take you into the tunnels. He goes, they'll get you in. They'll get you out. He goes, but they are at the same time. They're also instructed that if anything were to happen, if you're caught, if anything bad happens, they are to immediately get the fuck out of there. He goes, I've explained to them upon looking at you that you look like you can take care of yourselves. So they are not going to fight to the death for you. They are guiding you, and that is it.
Is there a map of the building?
He looks at you. He goes, a map? No. He goes, he's like, my men, they memorize all the tunnels down. They know everything by heart.
Well, that's wonderful.
We don't leave. He goes, we don't leave paper trails.
If something happens, how are we going to find our way out if they're going to leave?
He goes, that's not my fucking problem.
For 500 gold pieces, we need a little bit more assurance than that.
He goes, for 500 gold pieces, I'm getting you into the most secure building in the city, in the capital. He goes, he's like, there shouldn't be an issue, but if for some reason there is, it's something that we cannot foresee. With that, all bets are off. He goes, you are paying us to get you in unseen, unheard, and safely. He goes, you could do anything in there, and you could fuck up your own situation. He goes, I don't see the point in why 14 of you need to go into this fucking building.
That's what I said.
He goes, but that's what you paid for. So they're willing to take 14 of you in. But if while you're in there, if one of you sneezes too loud and alerts a guard, that's not my man's fault.
Everybody good with that?
Seems fair.
Aye. He goes, they won't leave you. They won't leave you unless shit hits the fan. And then they are going to leave. He goes, and you would be smart to do the same.
Okay.
He's got a point.
I walk over to Tenzo and I say very quietly in his ear, it's like, do you have any skill or anything that we can put on one of these little dwarves to track them if they do get left behind, if we get left behind? I don't want to get stuck inside this place without being able to find our way out.
Not necessarily, but, and then I just kind of put my hand on his shoulder. Remember, we do have portals now.
I did forget. That's a very new thing for us.
And then I just pat your shoulder, and that's it.
Just trying to think of everything. All right.
He goes, all right, so we're good.
We're good.
All right. He goes, oh, wait, hold on. And he turns around. One of the dwarves is holding a large sack. He takes it and he goes, hi. I got these for you because your friend over there asked for potions. He goes, it's the best I could muster on 15 minutes. And he hands the sack to Kavonian.
All right, I open it up. What do I see in there?
You see 14 vials of it's a green liquid. They're all the same. It's like kind of shiny, shimmering. It's very similar to a lot of potions you've seen, minus the shimmering part. But from what you assume they're health potions for in case something happens.
Okay.
There's 14 total.
And there's 14 of us in total?
Yes.
All right. I look around. I go, who wants a potion? I'm assuming everybody's going to want a potion.
Well, I only see Inafine and Fatu holding their hands up. Yeah. Because
this is a participating game, people.
Hold on. If nobody wants to raise their hand or speak up, okay, Kaywin.
I'll take. Yeah, I'll take.
Chiron's like, yeah, throw me one. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'd take one.
What about? I guess Nori doesn't want one.
What's it for?
The health potion.
Oh, right now or to hold on to?
It's to have in general.
Oh yeah, of course we want those. Why wouldn't we?
I hand everybody a health potion.
Okay.
What type of it?
It's a greater healing potion.
Got it.
Greater healing. God damn it, that's right. Add items. There we go. Potion of healing greater. And okay.
Okie doke.
Super duper. Like fucking super.
All right, you guys are currently, if you look at the map, I brought out the city, like the city map. You are about over here. All right. You have to get back to here. Now, like that general area to get in, to get into the building they're talking about. All right, so everybody's got a potion, a greater healing potion. The bartender looks back at the other dwarves. He's like, "All right, my men are ready." He goes, "When you're done, you're free to come back here." He goes, "Part of what you paid for is a free night of sleeping in my establishment." He goes, "So you're more than welcome to come back for the evening." He goes, "But if you're bringing the heat, keep beating your feet." If you
Did you
understand,
just make that up?
my meaning.
Did you just make that up?
I did,
I was
and I'm
asking.
proud of it. I'm proud of it. So fuck you. All right. So he's like, "All right, so I bid you all adieu." The six dwarves that are gonna be like your Sherpas, they start kind of heading down one of the alleys on foot. What do you guys do?
I guess we follow them, huh?
Follow them?
On foot?
Yeah.
We don't need to travel on horseback.
Okay.
Actually, did we even bring the horses or anything? No, right?
They're there, yeah.
Yeah, they're all out there, yeah.
All right.
I guess maybe cast what's it called?
As without trace.
I figured wait till we get there to actually do that.
Yeah, we're just in the streets.
Okay.
Love take you down to the streets.
As you guys start heading down the back alleys and the back roads, you hear the flapping of great wings above your heads.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Can I investigate like where they might be?
Yeah, you want to do a perception check? Or
Yeah, because those
give me a roll.
motherfuckers are huge. What is it? 18.
All right. You hear the wings flap, and as you look up into the sky, you see very high, way up into the sky, one of the smaller of the dragons is flying, kind of like poof, just scanning over the city. It's high enough that you feel that your appearance is minuscule to it, but it's still low enough that you can hear its giant wings flapping.
Yeah, that's tough because I think we left the town with pass without a trace just to be on the safe side. So if we're walking through it or through these alleyways, we don't have that on at this moment.
It does wear off.
So I mean, if everybody feels safe just without it, then I guess we'll go.
All right. So as you continue, you're the six dwarves. They're just whip, 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 in and out of people, and like they're not even seen. Like they are tiny enough, and they are slender and dexterous enough that they're walking. They are just I mean, like they're in between the raindrops. Like they are not seen. They're not. They could be picking pockets for all you guys can tell. Inafine and Nori and Kaywin, give me D20 rolls.
Just a regular ass D20.
Just a regular D20 right now.
18.
9.
15.
15. Kaywin, give me a dex save.
24.
All right. So as you guys are traveling through, Kaywin catches himself kind of focusing on these little dwarves, how quickly and nimbly they're walking through the streets. And he's kind of over focused on them to a point where he walks into somebody that's coming around a corner, but he's able to get around nimbly enough to not cause any, it's actually not actually bump into them and cause a scene. Nori and Inafine are both able to, their peripheral vision is good enough that they're watching these dwarves, they're following them, their footsteps, and they're walking in between the people in the streets too. Tenzo. Hold on. At this point, you guys are probably, you've been walking for a bit. It's been a few minutes. You're walking. Tenzo, you notice that Raceland is he's getting a little rigid in how he's in his gait, and like how he's kind of looking around.
Too much of that goo.
Tenzo, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. That's at a 19.
All right. As you're walking, you're suddenly your mind is suddenly pierced by the sound of the greater dragon. You hear it's like, where are you? And it's the each word kind of sounds like it's traveling through and the way it's going through your head, like as it says each word sounds like it's coming from a different direction. And you kind of take that as that's why, you know, Raceland he probably heard the same thing and got rigid, trying to figure out where it's coming from. It doesn't hobble you or anything. You made the save. And it doesn't detect you. But give me a perception check.
A 24.
You
see sound.
you notice like that there are like you don't see this dragon, which alarms you, but you see that there are areas that are like you see this great shadow just moving over areas of the streets in front of you, a bit far in front of you, but like you don't see the dragon, but it's the shadow it's casting is visible. All right. Okay, Fat 2, you got and Kavonian, you guys are gonna keep going. Give me one last D20 roll, you two.
Oh boy.
14.
6.
Ooh. All right. So as you're closing back in on the city center, you come the dwarves. You come to the end of this one alleyway, and the 6 dwarves that you've been following, they suddenly stop. And the one in the front, he turns back. He looks. He goes, "All right, see now what we're gonna be doing here." He goes, "This is the most important part. When we cross this road, we have to be quick, and we have to get to that tall building, the one that looks like an old church. You see it? Your passive perception. Yeah, you would all see what he's pointing at.
Okay.
Passive perception. A lot. Nobody here's an idiot.
Well,
So he goes that building. We have to get there unseen, and we have to get there quick. He goes, we're gonna be out in the open. All right. Now let's move. And as you all start to go, Kavonian, bringing up the rear, stumbles in the road, and you suddenly hear a great flapping again of wings.
just like the 1920s.
Yep. All right. Now I'm going to need.
Flappers.
Nope. I'm going to need everybody to give me stealth checks. Hold on.
Can I do pass without a trace on everybody?
You can try. You can do it.
Okay. So that's a +10 to whatever everybody rolls.
All right.
All right, hold on. I'm setting the group.
Hold on.
The overall group. I'm gonna roll 1 for the entire other group. I'm going to
+10.
set. Hold on. I'm going to set the overall challenge rating. Hold on. At 125 points.
There are 14 of us, so yeah, that does about track.
Well,
Okay.
the other 7 only count as 1 roll, so there's 8.
Okay. So we each need to hit a.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna make it because I always forget about what's his name? Ruckus. I'm gonna set it at 140.
We would each have to roll 20.
That's
We
not
get
true.
+10, so as long as we get 10.
Get plus 10.
So stealth check, you said, right? Yeah.
Stealth check. All right, roll.
22.
23.
45.
Nat 20, 29.
She rolled
33.
She rolled a 33.
Actually, so technically mine would be 39.
Are we each adding the +10, or is it just +10 for the group?
No,
From
everybody
past
gets a plus 10.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
rolled
then I got a
29.
30.
Okay. Nori, what'd you get?
29.
Okay. Roll for Chiron. He did not roll well. The other group did not roll well. But the pass without a trace.
Ruckus rolled a 18.
I forgot. I keep forgetting about Ruckus. All right. Yeah, you guys passed. So Kavonian stumbles. You hear this great. You're like it's a big open street. So you hear this great flapping. You kind of look as you guys look up the the main causeway. Let me on the map here. Like you guys are like right in here, and you're looking up towards like this way. You see one of the larger of the dragons just coming down this fucking above the buildings, but coming down this road just real low, like one of the C5s landed at Stewart. You know what I mean?
Like we could see individual scales.
Yeah, as it's coming in, it's so big and it's a large dragon. But like as it's coming in, you're like, holy fuck! And it from how it's coming in, it looks like it's staring right at you guys. So Kavonian immediately he stumbles and this thing's coming in, and Kavonian gets back up. Nori casts Pass Without a Trace to like she casts this for everybody to fucking move. All of you are able to just kind of weave in to the people on the city streets that are they're moving, that are kind of running around.
Just like Assassin's Creed.
The warriors of Kryn
We blend
and
in.
Chiron, they're kind of the other group. They have so many just like large armor clad men that are just kind of stumbling. They're everybody's running. Chiron's just like, oh god, fuck, I'm gonna get eaten by a dragon. Oh god, baby girl. So you guys are you're running, and you end up the dwarf, the head dwarf. He's at the door of the building, opens it up. You guys all dart in, close the door as you hear like the dragon pass overhead. The entire building you're in shakes like a train's going by.
Out of character, is this bigger or smaller than the black dragon that we put into the bag of holding?
The one that just flew overhead's probably a little bit bigger. It's not the biggest of this group though.
Oh. Okay.
So the building you're in shakes as the thing flies directly overhead, very low. You got everybody's. You're in. Everybody's kind of just, oh god, oh. The dwarves are all kind of they're looking at each other. They look at you guys. They're like, are you guys all right?
Yep. Just tripped on a pebble. My luck.
They kind of look back at each other like, they're gonna die. Yeah. All right. All right. Here we go. They open up this this door, heads downstairs, and you guys all find yourselves in. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
In the sewers or the underground tunnels.
Huh.
I'm not gonna add in the other group. I'm just gonna put you guys in. So you guys are all down in here. And Ruckus.
This reminds me of a fairy tale my mother used to tell me about 4 turtles that lived underground.
Oh my
I didn't know it was going to go that way.
the little dwarves, they look at you. They're like turtles living underground. That's silly.
Yeah, they were also
ninjas.
Trained in the ways of martial arts. It was pretty impressive, the story.
Wasn't there a rat with them? Was it Rizzo the rat?
Yeah, the truth be told, the rat was their leader.
You come from an amazing land.
You watch as like a rat scurries in front of one of the dwarves and it just kind of stomps on it. They look at you. They're like, now I know you're talking about fairy tales. Rat leading turtles.
Eronian says, "Please don't kill rats like that.
Don't step on any more rats. I'm telling you right now."
And then I pull out my infernal daggers and try to fight this guy. No, just kidding. I threaten him. I threaten him only. I say, step on another rat and see what happens.
Okay, give me a. Hold on.
They're gonna leave us in these
What
tunnels.
do I want you to? What do I want you to give me on this one? Hold on. Whoa, let me pull you up here. Let me pull up character.
Cavonian says out loud, he says,
Give me
understand, friend. Cavonian says, understand, friend. Rats for us can be much more useful than they can be not useful.
Give me a quick intimidation check at disadvantage.
Also, is the rat
I'll explain
completely
why
dead?
it's a disadvantage in a second.
Tenzo uses rewind time.
No. No, I was
already has.
asking.
I know.
She rolled a 15.
A 15. All right. So you draw your infernal daggers and you roll up on the lead dwarf. You kind of grab him to threaten him. And as you do that, you are met with five other daggers are at your throat. Like all the other dwarves, they're all just like. Shink.
I immediately draw the sword of Crom.
Oh my god.
The lead dwarf, he's like, whoa. He's like, listen, rats here spread disease and they bite people. He goes, if you want to be sensitive about them, that's your deal. But if you're gonna draw weapons on us, we're the only ones that know how to get the fuck out of here.
Cavonian walks over to Thought 2 and like puts his hand on the sword hand and he just like pushes it down. He's like, just everybody simmer down. And I turn back toward the dwarf and I go,
I'm just going to say this once.
Yeah.
No, it's
The lead dwarf's doing the same thing to his
I'm
men. He
putting
goes,
down my sword. I'm putting it down, but I'm just going to say this once. You step on one more rat, and I'm going to go over here to my friend Cavoni, and I'm going to rip that flute right out of his ass and make him play a tune that you'll never forget. You understand me?
Oh my god.
I turn back to the dwarf. I go, there's a magic flute that can summon rats, and I keep it in my ass.
He looks at the entire he looks at the entire party. He goes, that's fucking gross. He goes, listen.
Hey, we live in the gross. You understand?
Oh my, that
We've been
made
through the
no
shit.
That made no
He looks at the other five dwarves. He goes, guys, they're serious. He goes, this is not. We're not dying here today, okay? He goes, all right. Now listen. He goes, I know Seamus back at the bar. He, you all paid to go. He goes, I'm going to tell you right now, this is really fucking stupid that everybody's going. He goes, right behind us is the way out, the way back to where we came from. He goes, if we can cut this down to a smaller group to get in and get out, he goes, I have a feeling it'll go a lot smoother.
I vote
Well,
intervene.
Really need to go.
Sir, me and my lady are going to go back because I am a clunky dwarf with this armor.
What?
And I'm going to do nothing but make noise. And right now she's fuming at the dead rat under your feet, so we're going to take a walk.
I think that might be
good idea.
I agree.
All right, two down.
I walk in and feet in front of me and pat her on her ass, and she gets calm and she walks away. Is that good? Is that good
Yeah,
enough?
that works.
Thank you.
Sturm and Flint. Sturm goes. He goes. You know what? This knight's armor isn't gonna get me anywhere quietly. He goes. I'll come with. And Flint's like, I'm too old for this shit. He goes. Yeah, I'm coming back with yous.
You guys watch the door. Make sure nobody follows.
Yeah. We'll make sure nobody comes in.
I pull out a lotus weed joint and I say to the dwarves, "Would you partake? Let's talk about let's regale in stories of our dwarven heritage."
Oh my god.
Cavonian motions to Inafine and he says, "Do us a favor. Pay attention to what those dragons do when you guys go back out there, because I want to know if they're tracking all of us or if it's a specific one of us. We got to figure this out while we have the chance."
I shall watch the animals in the sky.
Of course.
Gold Moon. She looks at Chiron. She goes, She goes, well, they only really need one healer, and these are your friends. So I'm gonna go be with my friends. And she leaves. I can't do a woman's voice that well tonight. I'm not even gonna try.
That's good enough. I'll take a Monty Python woman also.
Raceland puts his hand on Caramon's shoulder. He's like, brother. He goes, you're not gonna do anything in there. He goes, other than possibly die. He goes, so you stay back. And Caramon's and he's like, Raceland, no. It's like, I'm here to protect you. Come on, bro.
What?
I'm just
Brother.
picturing like PC principal.
I walk up to them.
Caramon in my head is Brock Sampson.
Okay, I dig that.
I was going with Stan Smith, but
And
walk up-
Raceland's like more like Dr. Venture.
Nice.
I walk up to Caramon and I'm like, don't worry, I'll be with him. It's gonna be fine.
So we got Kaywin, we got Kivonian, Shinzo, Raceland, Chiron, Tanis,
I assume Nori.
Nori. All right. That's half. So half the group staying back, the other half is going in. Ruckus went with Batu and them. Okay. So I'm gonna erase you guys for the time being. Hold on.
Ruckus is nuzzling up next to intervene and calm her down. Like an emotional support animal.
Yay!
We
He
just
smells those
let him
baby-
split the party like that, huh? Way to go, guys.
Ah.
Ruh-roh.
Actually, I don't know why, but before Caramon walks away, I cast protection from evil and good on him.
Oh wait, yeah, all right, yeah.
Okay. All right. So the head dwarf looks back at you guys. He goes, "All right." He goes, "If I'm being honest, this is for the best. This is gonna be quick and easy. Getting in is actually getting here is the hard part. Getting in is easy. As long as you guys aren't fucking stupid, making noise." He goes, "No, nobody's gonna be any the wiser. All right, so let's go."
Sir, I am as quiet as a demon's whisper.
He's gone.
Where'd you go? He's gone.
He is, like I said, these little dwarven ninjas are just scurrying off. So I'm gonna need everybody that's traveling there to give me perception checks so you can follow them.
Oh,
They
boy.
have gone.
22?
8.
Beautiful.
30.
Oh shit.
Right.
Nat 20 by
Oh.
Chiron.
Those little bastards.
So as Kivonian's just sitting there like, my eye, like you're just sitting there gloating about yourself, and you open your eyes and they're gone. Everybody's just like, wait, what the fuck? Like kind of looking around. Chiron's just like, I see everything. He goes, follow me.
Who's
And
the guy?
he starts
What's
heading
the-
down this way.
What's the actor's name from Step Brothers? That's like it's like Kobayashi.
Rob
Riggle.
Rob Riggle, yeah.
That's who I envision whenever Chiron starts talking.
Hey, Tommy Jones.
Oh,
Love you, Tom. Miss you, Tom.
Give me
I love you.
Always I
Always
love
have.
you. Always have.
Nori. Give me an investigation check. Because you hit
Right.
this area and it breaks off, and then you can see other ways that these dwarves could have gone.
Investigation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hang on. 9.
Okay, that was useless.
Thanks.
No, I'm not trying. I'm sorry. That was a dickhead thing to say. Nori immediately is just like, I think they went this way. Anybody else want to give me an investigation check, or do you want to follow where Nori?
Oh, yeah, let me get one in there.
But I didn't see where they went. I got a 29 perception.
You guys started here. That got you. That and the nat 20 by Chiron got you to where it's the second split.
I got a 23.
Like,
All right.
investigation, you said? Oh, he got it already.
Yeah,
And
23.
so you see ripples in the water leading this way, and you kind of hear the echoing pitter patter of tiny little feet coming from the same the same area up here.
I tell everybody, I think this way will do. Let's follow these little ripples.
Is that what you're gonna call them?
Ripples?
They're your little ripples. They're cute little dwarf guys. The little ripples.
Jesus.
We follow.
Follow. All right. Hold on.
Do 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 do.
You get to this area. You look. There's a way up here, and there's a smaller tunnel right here to your left.
I'll make an
Devonian-
investigation check.
Devonian, give me one last investigation check.
Come on, baby. Oh, nat 20.
There you go.
Nice.
You immediately you turn and look to your left, and you can just see down down the end, down all the way down this little tunnel. You see those 6 little fuckers. Just like, fucking come on, guys, let's go, come on.
Cavonian does the Inuyasha run toward them. Like, there they go.
All right.
Muted, Brandon.
You mean the Naruto run?
That's what I meant.
So you come.
That's
Oh, no.
racist.
No, it'd be racist if I did this. Oh, the Naruto run.
Oh, canceled.
Canceled right there.
It's all right. Only Tom was watching, and Tom once displayed Nazi paraphernalia on our stream. So yeah, we're good.
All right. So you get to the end where the dwarves are, and they're underneath the sitting above them is a large grate. See, you can see through the slits. As you guys look up through, you can see candelabras. What the fuck are they called? Holy shit!
Chandeliers.
Thank you. You see chandeliers loaded with candles up on the roof of this, and you can see there's a second floor of this room in particular. You see shelves loaded with books, and scrolls, tomes, the whole papers, the whole thing. It's dead quiet.
We're still in the tunnels. We're looking through like a grate. You said.
Yeah, it's like a grate in the floor of this building.
Okay.
And Chiron kind of he comes up. He goes, this doesn't seem like it's that much of a secret. And the little dwarves are like, they explain. The head dwarf's like, listen, this used to be the sewer system, but when they actually put in a proper sewer system, this went dormant. He's like, half of the tunnels down there are all blown out. They're destroyed. He goes, there's no way. They're all dead. There's no way to follow them. He goes, so nobody ever comes down here. He goes, but this still a way in. He goes, now, as long as you guys don't do anything stupid here. And he pops the grate up. He's like, we'll be waiting for the next 2 hours at tops. Then we're getting the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Let's move on. Master
But this is-
Master Dwarf, I thank you for your guidance, and I come up through the grate.
All right. You come up through the grate into. Let me pull it up. Boop, boop.
Boop, boop, be-doo, boop.
All
Some
right.
Betty Boop. Some Betty Boop for our 50 and 60-year-old audience.
Buddy, Betty Boop is a little older than that. You got to go in the 70s.
70 or 80. 70 or 80-year-old audience
For our
members.
fucking parents that might be watching.
Yeah,
Those
that's
of us who
true.
have parents.
Hi, Mom. I know who Betty Boop is.
All right. So it's you five, Raceland, and Tasselhoff. The only ones in there. Tannis went back.
Oh.
Yeah. Tasselhoff, this is at the point in which you realize you look and you see the tiny little halfling creature standing next to you, and he's like, "Hi."
Like, oh, I remember you.
He's like, "Oh dear." Oh, let me get Raceland in there. All right. So you all come up out of the grate. The dwarves, the little dwarves, they kind of pull the grate back closed without making a single sound. Like, hold on, I'm gonna roll to make sure. Oh yeah, without making a single sound, and you just hear the whisper of, like, 2 hours starts now. Find your shit.
Cavonian leans down to Tasselhoff and he whispers, remind me to ask you about Longbottom Leaf later.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And he goes over to Raceland.
He just goes.
Oh, that's creepy. Then Cavonian leans over to Raceland and he goes, it's your show, man. Where do we go?
Raceland, we watch as he starts to cast a spell. And he's and you watch as you guys start looking around, you start to see that there are specific books, specific scrolls and papers that they kind of start to glow. Some have a very faint glow to them. Others are just like brightly illuminated where they sit. And like he opens his eyes back up and he looks, he goes, well, this would be everything in these archives that have to do with magical items of Kryn.
Magical items of what?
Kryn.
Like
The world
AR.
you're on.
KRY.
KRYNN.
And then I asked Raceland, would one here be more important than most of the ones that are before us?
He kind of looks around. He goes, I would say the ones that are shining more bright are going to be they're probably going to be more important, have more information. He goes, that's kind of the way the spell I cast works.
Okay.
He goes, so if go with the bright ones.
Okay. Tavonian, can I do like a perception check for any like traps or anything like that in the area that would let people know that we were in the room? Anything like that?
Yeah, give me if you're just trying to eyeball one, give me a perception check, or if you're actually gonna like fucking bear down and search, give me an investigation.
Did Raceland kind of cast something like detect magic? Is that why they're glowing differently?
No, I think that's like that was just specifically like point out the books that are relevant, right? Essentially,
Yeah,
that's how I understood it.
it's kind of like a hot search button.
Hot search. So I'm doing like I'm looking for traps. You could like detect magic and see if there's anything like that around.
Um, yeah, I cast detect magic to see if there's anything that would trigger these specific glowing pages.
Okay. As you cast detect magic, you don't see anything out of the ordinary on any of the books or tomes in like in your immediate vicinity. You do see that there are spots on the floor and on the walls that are shining like they have a red glow to them.
So I just kind of say, "Hold on, wait," and then I look at Raceland. I'm like, "Do you see what I see?"
You just
Raceland looks at you and he sees how you're scanning. He kind of he hones in. He sees the same spots. Yes.
So I tell, basically, I would assume me and Raceland are like, we need to be very, very careful with these red glowing spots that Raceland and I can detect. I'm assuming that
Kivonian, are you doing an investigation check for traps?
yeah, I want to look for like tripwires, like false walls, pressure plates, any of that stuff.
Okay.
You said investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, where am I thing? 18, 24.
24. You notice you're kind of creeping around like on the around the room, and you start to notice that like there are spots, there are tiles on the floor that they seem to be kind of lifted up a bit in comparison to other ones. And as you're investigating all around, you see some of the innate um sculptures on the walls. They have like there are sculptures of dragon and and wizards and beings, and like the mouths like they have actual hollowed out holes in the mouths. There are spots there are just there are places where it looks like or actual like hollowed out areas for something to come out of.
Uh, Devonian relays that to the team, and he says there's traps everywhere throughout this room. Stay away from the statues. Watch for raised pressure tiles on the floors.
he's right.
This is at this point Raceland stops. He goes, well, I'm not even gonna lie. He goes, I am not the man to navigate this room. He goes, there's he's looking in the front, like up here, you see kind of like a pedestal, and on top of it is an open tome or open book, and it's glowing very bright. Like it's the brightest object in the room. And Raceland points at it, and he goes, "If somebody could get that to start," he goes, "I feel like that could give us some bit of information."
Who wants to rock, paper, scissors it?
Hold on.
Tasselhoff looks up at Raceland. He goes, I'll throw my name in the hat.
What do you got going on, Tenzo?
I'm checking. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
wait a minute. I have Mage Hand now. Can I just use that to go and pick up the book?
You could try.
How the fuck do I use Mage Hand? I haven't used it yet. It's a cantrip. Here we go. Okay, I can do it at will. Is it within 30 feet of me?
Let me double check. No, it's farther than. I'd say it's farther than 30 feet.
Okay, then I can't do that right now. It says it can only go 30 feet away from me. Okay. I look I look over to Tasselhoff and I like lean over and I put like both my hands on my knees and I get down to his level and I'm like, do you know how to do rock, paper, scissors? We can see which one of us goes to get the book.
He goes, yes.
All right. So are you like a 1, 2, 3 go, or do you rock, paper, scissors shoot?
1, 2, rock, paper, scissors, go.
Okay,
On
I
the
say
fourth.
shoot. Okay. So best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. There is a lag. All right, we got that there. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Why don't you just do a dice roll and determine who goes?
We'll probably
No,
better.
this is actually fun.
Oh, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's
All
one.
right, that's one.
One
Okay.
for you.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah!
2. So wait, does that mean he goes or I go?
Yeah, that means he goes.
Means he goes. Okay. Good luck, little buddy. Watch out for all those traps. I look over to Tenzo. I go, are there any of those glowy, super magic-y traps from here to there?
Well, I was gonna go ahead and levitate over there without touching anything and telekinesis that thing back to us.
As soon as Tasselhoff loses, he turns to Raceland. He goes, other than that big book, Raceland, are there any other books on the way over there that I could grab? And Raceland points out, he goes, there's one here. There's one here. And there's one here. That he's like those all shine almost as bright as that. He goes, they're moderately large books though, Tassel. He goes, I don't know if you can carry all of them. And Tasselhoff looks at Kavonian. He goes, weren't you talking about a magic bag?
I was just gonna bring that up, my little friend. And I hand him my bag of holding. I think I still have one. Right? It wasn't mine that got fucked up. Yep, I still have my bag of holding. So I hand him my bag of holding and I go, I have something very special that I keep inside this bag. Please don't drop this bag. But all those books will fit in this bag. But don't lose the bag.
Okay, he takes it. He goes, all right. He goes, you got this, Tasselhoff. You got this, Burfoot. Show me the killer. As he's about to go, Raceland puts his hand on his shoulder. He goes, hold on. He goes, hold on. Let me see that bag. He goes, I have an idea. He opens it up, and he watches. He like this white energy comes out of his hand inside the bag, and then he closes it. And he right next to him, this small, tiny little like portal hole appears, and all you see inside of it currently is pitch black. He goes, good luck. He goes, good luck, Tasselhoff. So, all right. Keen. Why do I have to make all? Why did I have to lose the Cavonia? You could have been doing all these.
I mean, I literally could have just levitated over and telekinesis each one, but
Rock, paper, scissors, take precedence. Once the
I know.
challenge is played,
yeah,
you can't take it back.
cannot wait
All
to
right.
trigger something.
So you watch, and Tasselhoff's just like, he's like, let me know if I'm getting close to something I don't see, and he just hops up, scurries over here. He grabs the first. He's like, he picks up the first book after Raceland nods. He takes it. He opens the bag. He puts it in the bag. As soon as he puts it in the bag, that hole next to you watch is like the book and his hand come through this portal hole.
Love you.
The book and his hand come through this portal hole, and he hands Raceland the book.
Raceland, that was genius. Raceland, that was genius.
Yeah. Raceland goes. He hands the first book to you, Kevonian. All right. He goes, start. He's like, read it. Like, start trying to find any information on magical items.
I thought we were just taking these with us and reading them later.
He goes, if you can get anything before he gets done, that helps.
All right, that makes sense. And he starts thumbing through.
Okay. Give me a history check.
History. I don't know if I've ever done a history check in this game yet. All right. 13.
13. On a 13, you immediately find a chapter about the Dragonlance. And it starts talking about how through the ages, there have been a few different Dragonlances. Like weapons of notoriety that have been able to kill dragons. But there's one that trumps all, and it's also gone by the name of the Hand of Paladin. And that's pretty much everything you get out of that.
Paladin?
Paladine. All right. Hold on. Oh, fuck.
While this is going on, I'm just maintaining security, like making sure anything I hear or see anything out of order. Is there like a door entry to this room that we're in?
There is way down. I'm gonna have the door be back here,
Mm-hmm.
and there's also a door on the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check though.
Okay.
So you got those fancy elvish ears.
Yeah.
Real quick, what is the building we're in called?
15.
It's the Great Library of Palanthus.
That's okay, cool.
What'd you say?
15.
15. You hear faint footsteps from like just kind of all around this room,
coming close
on the outside. Like they're not like
just
close.
The general milling about, not anything coming towards us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I start to hear something getting towards us, I'm going to make some sort of signal for us to GTFO.
All right. So Tasselhoff, you watch. He grabs that book. He closes it. He leaps off. Woof. And he lands literally, based on my roll, inches away from one of the trap. The trap plates.
I'm picturing that little Asian dude from Ocean's 11.
Yes. Very similar.
Back of rip.
He's able to get to the second one. He puts that through. Raceland hands that to you, Nori.
She's still there.
I'm here. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, sorry. What happened? I'm getting a book. Cool.
Yeah, Raceland. He looks at you and he's like, you seem like you like to read. And he hands you the book.
I start thumbing through it.
Give me a history check.
Okay.
Is that first book still in our possession?
Yeah. What's his name?
Cavonian.
Cavonian.
I tap Cavonian and ask him to let me see the book real quick.
I go, have at it.
Ooh.
I give it to him.
And
Can I skim through that and roll on my history?
Give me a history check. The DC for information it's a little bit harder.
I got an 18 total.
You got an 18. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
19.
Hold on. You, Nori, you read about something called the Bloodstone of Fistendontalus. It's another magical item of that cat you see stuff about the Dragonlands. You see other stuff, the staff of the Magus, the hammer of Karis, like all these other things, medallions of faith, and then you see the Bloodstone of Fistendontalus, and it stands out to you as an item because it's the way it's explained is that it was suspected that this item gave Fistendontalus, this mythical wizard, immortality.
Fisting Dolph Lundgren.
Fisting Dolph Lundgren, yes. What'd you get? What'd you say, Tinzo?
19.
19. You, as you skim the same chapter with the Dragonlance, the hand of Paladin, you kind of get more information in the sense of you read that that item was also created while it like the actual the physical lance itself was mainly created out of a very rare metal by dwarves. It wasn't it didn't get its notoriety until something was done to it by Fistendontalus. Like until he got his hands on it.
Is it like PH or FIST?
Fist, like FIST.
Fist in Dolph Lundgren.
I just picture
Alright.
it like the. I didn't pay no fool. I didn't pay for no
It's a-
chair. Not now, not ever. Fist Fistendontalus.
All right. You watch as Tasselhoff just hops, skips, jumps over to the third book. He grabs it. Let me see if I can create some drama here. Nope, he rolled too well. He grabs it. He puts it into the bag. It comes through. Raceland takes it. He takes the book out of Tinzo's hand. He gives Tinzo the third book, and he starts thumbing through the first book.
22.
22. You continue reading, and the only other things that catch your eye are the dragon orbs, which or were like you're getting that they are very powerful artifacts created by the wizards of high sorcery at the end of the Age of Dreams.
Age of what?
Dreams.
Okay. I asked Nori if I can also borrow the second book,
Go ahead.
and let me roll on that one.
All right. Here's the last roll for Tasselhoff.
I got a 19 on reading for the second book.
On history?
Yeah, if there's anything else I can pick up on it.
All right. You read that while the Bloodstone of Fistandonalis is like everything that that Nori read, and it also says that when Fistandonalis disappeared, so did that, and there's been no it hasn't been seen in hundreds of years. Like between when Fistandonalis existed and now.
Okay.
Raceland, he takes the second. He puts his hand out for the second book, and do you give it to him?
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess we're kind of just passing along these books.
Okay. Raceland starts reading, like he's picking up information on his own. You watch as Tasselhoff nimble as all shit, hop, skip, jumps, gets to this table or this podium. He kind of he lands right in front of it. He's just like, ha. He's like, whew. He gives you all a thumbs up.
I do like a heart symbol.
He takes the fourth book, and as he picks it up, I don't believe I'm doing this. As he picks it up, the pressure plate underneath it that he failed to see because he's an idiot.
Not like this. Not like this.
Triggers.
Not like this.
And you watch as behind him, two statues surround on either side of the doorways. You watch as they start shooting arrows at Tasselhoff, who now has to make, and actually they start coming from everywhere. I need everybody in the room to give me dexterity saving throws.
Would these be projectiles?
They are projectiles.
Am I 5 feet by him? Close
By
to him?
who?
The guy that...
Tasselhoff?
Yes.
No, he's on the other side of the room.
Am I 5 feet to anybody that I know?
16.
On
the saving throw.
Let me see.
I'd say she's close to
You're 5
everybody else.
feet within Kev, Chiron, and Raceland.
Okay, because I have some reactions. Like deflect missiles, deflect missile attack, deflect missiles for ally within 5 feet.
All right.
I got a 14, by the way.
Okay, so you're able to as the arrow kind of ricochets off of your armor set. This is all happening. These things are coming in hot. Nori's deflecting a lot of these arrows coming in. You all, Tenzo, give me a percent. Actually, no. It wouldn't matter. You notice that from from the top of the doorway on the second floor, this blue ball of energy is forming and growing, and it starts to roll out like a wave, and it starts coming at you guys like a wave.
What's Tasselhoff doing?
He's dodging arrows still.
Okay, good. I look to Raceland and I go, I think that's about our time here.
Portal now.
Yeah, real quick, I'm gonna cut to Fatu and Inafine, and the other was everybody's back in the. You're back in like the church building.
They're in church.
What are you guys doing? You're just smoking weed?
Yeah, we were smoking weed, looking out of the stained glass windows for the dragons.
All right. After like within the first 5 minutes of you guys leaving the group, after you've gone back up there, you're hanging out, you're smoking weed, you guys are all having a good time. Except for Sturm because he's a paladin. So he doesn't approve of smoking weed. As you guys are kind of sitting there talking, you hear from outside of the building, and it's a loud whoosh. It shakes the building violently. Do you look out the window?
I have to do a check, like a perception check.
I'm gonna say no, as long as you look out the window.
No, okay.
He's telling you to look out the window.
We're gonna peek out the window.
All right. You see one of the smaller dragons has landed on the ground outside the building, and it's just kind of creeping down the street, nipping at people that it gets a little too close to, and it's smelling for something. After a few more minutes, you hear another kathud, another violent shake. Sturm looks out a window on the other side of the building. There's another dragon's landed. Starts to get Sturm. He's like, two dragons is not good. A few more moments goes by. While this is all happening, they're doing their thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'd say at this point, Tasselhoff's probably at the second book, going for the third. Dust falls down from the top of the building, like from the roof. You see through cracks in the roof what looks to be claws and scales on the building you're in.
Yeah.
Karamon's like, three dragons. Oh, by the gods, where are they? We gotta go. You're getting the point, right? Okay. Cut back to the rest of you. Tasselhoff is running. Yes, he is. All right. He starts scurrying. He's not even caring. He's hitting pressure plates. Raceland notices that as this wave is coming at you, I took this right from the movie. Like as it's passing through the room, like as it passes by an arrow that's been shot out, the arrow just stops and dead in midair.
Oh shit!
Papers that are falling off of shelves, they're stopping dead in air.
Cavonian says, "Tinzo, is that a time spell?"
Well, how?
Give me an Arcana check if you want.
Who, me or Tinzo? Probably Tinzo, right?
Tenzo, yeah.
Okay. Ooh. 27.
Yeah. you immediately see this and feel like this is the same kind of magic that you have coursing through you. You're like we have to, you get the we have to get the fuck out of here sensation.
Yeah. I'm next to Rayson, so I grab him by the shoulder. I'm like, we have to go. You know what this is.
Yeah. Kaywin, you hear those footsteps from the outside, the faint ones.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the sounds of just like like a
Multitudes coming
lot of
towards
feet.
me.
Like they're coming. Yeah, they're coming in hot. Um, Raceland, as he sees how close, uh, how close the wave is, he's like, oh. He goes, he just screams. He goes, Tasselhoff, open the bag. And he does. Raceland turns and he reaches through the hole next to him and grabs Tasselhoff and he pulls him through. Now here, all right, here's the issue. It's going to be a coin flip because it's going to treat like the magic is going to be, depending on what I roll, either he's going to pull through and he's going to turn the bag in kind of inside out and bring it back through with him, or the bag's going to explode in your faces.
Now, hold on. We did have a rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's at 100%.
So that means my ring is replenished.
You had a rest. You haven't done anything, and you used your ring to rewind time with the
The day
dragon.
before. Yeah, that
It
was.
hasn't been it hasn't been the day before yet. You had a rest at the start before you got to the town or the city.
Mm-hmm.
So you've used that. You have to wait till the next day to use that again.
So how did we have a long rest then?
Because you woke up at the start of last session. You woke up that morning. That was your long rest.
Okay.
And then because of what Raceland did, you were able to get to the city fairly quickly.
All right.
Yeah, we took a portal to the city.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Laura, why don't you give me the D20 roll?
I have my real die.
All right.
Been used. Well, that's a big old 8.
Does anybody have any points of inspiration?
Oh, I do.
Oh, that's right.
What do I do with it?
It allows you to roll with advantage or re-roll.
19.
All right. So Raceland reaches through, and as he does, so does Nori. She just, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Pulls Tasselhoff through. Boof! He pops through with the bag. He looks at it. He looks at Raceland. They just go, "Fuck it." Raceland, he erases like the little portal spell he did. Let's move. Boom. Grate opens up. You guys are back in the tunnels, or you guys are entering the tunnels. As you do, the doors, as you guys start hopping in, the doors to the archive room pop open, and all these dread soldiers of Lord Soth come rushing in with city soldiers, and Lord Soth comes in.
Those soldiers are not affected by this time stop?
It's already going through. The spell, the magic's already done its Who's going to be the last one to go through to go into this back into the hole?
Well, I was the first, so.
And I'm with Raceland, so I mean, I'm just tailing him.
I'll stay behind. I want to make sure Tasselhoff gets through with my bag.
Oh no, Tasselhoff. Raceland pulled him through the hole that he had put in the bag, and then he wiped out the magic. Like that roll that Nori did was to either kill everybody or save Tasselhoff, and she saved him.
No, I know. I want to make sure he gets into the grate.
So all right, so you're gonna be the last one through. Give me a perception check.
PPPP. 26.
Right. You, as everybody's kind of going in, you're doing the right thing. You're holding the grate open. You see all these guys come in, and you see Lord Soft. He's a big guy. He's a little bit taller than Chiron. He's big. He's fucking burly. And you can't see his face, you can see these glowing red pupils looking down directly into your soul through his helmet. And give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Ooh, not one of my best. 13. Yes, 13.
Okay. So as you're waving everybody in, you hear in your head just this heavy voice. I know you.
I look toward him. Go ahead.
And he's trying to hold you into place. He sticks his hand out, and he's trying to hold you in place for the time spell to hit you.
Hmm.
You did not roll well enough to completely break through it. You're moving. You're fighting through it, but it's slow.
I yell out, Tinzo, a little help.
What do you do?
What can I do?
You have but a few moments to try to get back to him. You're within your movement speed to get to him.
Would I be closer?
Kevin Cavonian just yelled out for Tinzo because that likes Tinzo.
I slam my my staff to the ground, casting telekinesis to pull him towards me.
Okay, Cavonian, how many hit points do you have?
Oh, great. 91.
Okay. Okay. So as he sees you're fighting through he just goes, die. He's gonna try to hit you with a power kill.
Okey-dokey.
I'm going to give somebody here one chance to save your life right now.
What is he casting?
Power word kill, which kills anybody with that's if their HP is below 100.
Fucking A.
Hold on.
So wait, what do you want us to do?
I'm gonna need somebody to give me, as you're trying to do telekinesis, then you got to give me a D20 roll here on how successful you are
with it.
Yes.
What if I
depending on
silence?
Me and her can't do it, right? Because we're too far away.
Yeah, you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Now,
can I cast silence?
How far does silence work?
120 feet.
Yeah.
It's concentration up to 10 minutes. I cast silence, so nobody can
Give
hear.
me- do me a favor though, because you're in the hole. Give me a perception check to see if you hear him cast.
Motherfucker. All right. Wait, hold on. What's my perception? Perception. Oh, come on. 18.
Okay. Shavonian,
Yes.
you are currently fighting to get into this fucking hole. You see this massive man that you don't know what he looks like. You just feel an evil presence and aura coming from him. He's trying to keep you there. You feel this immense draw coming from inside the hole as Tenzo's casting telekinesis to pull you in. As you start to go in, you hear in your head the word die. And you see this force coming from his face. And you're watching it come at you. And this is just, it takes the form of just a skull. Like, it is death coming at you. And as it's mere inches in front of your face, this little autistic sea woman pokes her head up out of the hole and just poof casts silence, and you watch all sound in this room ceases. The word that can kill, it just, this skull of sound of magical word of death dissipates right before it hits your face. And with that, Shinzo is able to pull you into the hole.
I like to imagine at this point, think of like when Quicksilver's like running around and everybody else is slowed down.
Yeah.
That thing comes at my face. I realize what almost just happened. And as I'm getting pulled back into the hole, I just look right at the dude and I go, like, go back.
Is Time in the Bottle playing too?
Yes.
If I could taste time in a bottle.
You three,
I'm gonna put that on right now.
Nori, Tenzo, Kavonian, actually all of you, because there's no sound coming from anywhere. You turn, you see the 6 dwarves. They're like,
I can drop it if that guy's gone.
but in the moment,
Oh, okay. That's
you
right.
just see them flipping shit and pointing down the tunnels.
I'm running.
All right, so we're running.
So wait, hold on. I was gonna say, is there a chance that I can take all 6 dwarfs and polymorph them?
No,
Okay.
because in the time you would have to stop and cast each spell to do it, because you don't have mass polymorph.
Okay.
So these guys are going to be on you.
Plus, we need them to get us out of here.
In
Well,
theory.
I mean, I think we kind of remember how to navigate through. We kind of navigated ourselves, but
Well, here's the thing. Either you can run with them as they're taking you right back to where you have to go, or you can try to polymorph them
as
and
we're
then
running,
you can figure it out.
because I was
Like, and
thinking
then
of I was gonna polymorph them as we're running and put them in my bag of holding, because I wanted to make sure they were safe.
Oh no, these guys are they're booking.
Okay.
Like, they are, once again, they're little dwarven ninjas. They're in self-preservation mode.
Yeah, I was just trying to have no casualties. That's why.
I got you. But so everybody starts running. Nori, do you drop the silence?
Do I know that guy isn't with us?
Like,
What do
we
you mean
need-
isn't with you?
Like we
Lord
went.
Soth is not. He's not in the tunnels.
Oh yeah. Then I'll drop it.
All right. So as you drop it, the head dwarf's like, he goes from just like, we gotta fucking go, and you're all booking. As you start to run, you watch as the grate that you had just come through, like there's a huge explosion right there, as if like something huge just crashed onto it. And you guys booked the fuck out of there. You make it all the way back to the building, the church building where you came in. You come back up the stairs. You open the door. You're fucking back at, and there's Fatu, there's Inafine, there's everybody else, and they're just like, and you see like everybody's kind of like standing around on the perimeter of this building, like looking out windows.
Tony's yelling, "We gotta fucking go! We gotta go!"
I look at Caramon and I'm like, why do you have that look on your face?
The dwarves are booking right for the front door.
Huh. Is anybody that's in that room gonna stop them from running out into the fucking dragons?
Yeah, I step right in. I go, don't you go any further. There's 3 dragons right outside.
What? They're like, what? Dragon?
I quietly point out the window that me and Inafine was staring at the one.
All right. So you guys, while all this is happening, all right, you've got 3 dragons outside of you. You hear from where the direction you came, you hear explosions and what sounds like the collapsing of tunnels. So you can't go back the way you get the feeling you can't go back down into the sewers.
But are we being followed? Are they following us through the tunnels?
No, there was an explosion.
Okay.
Yeah. While this is happening, you Tinzo, you notice that Raceland is reading the 4th book.
Yep.
All right. He's reading that. He seems completely unworried, which is daunting. You hear Kivonian. You hear this in your head too. So does Tinzo. You just hear, I've got you like rats. And the 3rd dragon that was once on the roof takes off. And it lands on a building across from the building you're in. And I'm going to need Inafine, Kaywin, and I'll do the other ones. I need you to give me dexterity saving throws. Really high DCs on this.
While they're doing that, I look over to Tinzo and Raceland. Like, if there was ever a time to use portal magic, it's now.
22, by the way.
Beautiful.
Thank God for that +9 dexterity.
That's everything. Plus,
23.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
23.
Perfect. Nori, give me one too.
It's like,
Yeah, I gotta see what my plus is to this. You said Dex?
Dex saving throw.
Dex.
10.
Okay. Suddenly, you feel an absence of air in the room. And you watch as 2 gigantic claws come crashing through the roof. Kaywin and Nori are able to dodge out of the way completely of the claws. Or I'm sorry, not Nori, Inafine. Nori, you get lodged under a falling beam that collapses on top of you. Take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can I run over to it and lift it up off her?
Be a
Yeah,
missile, would it?
Huh?
Would it be a missile?
No.
Damn. Hold on. I'm looking at all my reactions. I have a lot of reactions. Just get. All right. I don't think I really have anything.
Yeah, Fatu, give me a athletics check.
Wouldn't it be strength if he's lifting up a beam?
Mhm.
Athletics is a strength-based skill.
Gotcha.
$24.
All right. Between you, Nori, give me an athletics check yourself.
Okay.
You wouldn't just lay there. You'd try to push it off you.
For the wiggling.
Okay. I'm just looking at this superiority die thing I have too. 11. But if you don't think that's enough, I would burn one of these superiority die to roll more.
Between the 24 and that, that's enough to
Okay.
like you're not really able to do much because of how it lands on you, but you watch as Fatu just kind of fucking digs his hands in.
Oh wait, what did
He
you
looks
say
back at
I
Interfeed, he's
rolled?
like, "Hey babe," and he fucking deadlifts it up off of you.
Can that song from Orgasmo play? Now You're a Man.
Now you're a man, a man.
I just
So
roll
he
out
lifts
from
it up,
Man, is
and
it the
now Nori,
woman in
you
his
got
arms?
you as you see him, like you're on the ground, you're kind of like looking halfway up as Fatu
I
lifts
help.
it off you, and as you the entire roof. There
Or
we
can
go.
I give him the help action and just happen to push him as we were
I
moving?
mean, you can try if you want, babe.
Well, it would just be a help action to give him advantage.
Sure, go ahead.
So if you want to, Tinzo, feel free.
With advantage.
With
All right.
advantage.
This is my island in the sun.
Okay, first one's 14. Okay, 16.
Huh.
Yeah. First one was a 14, and second one was 16.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
We tried.
You would have needed like a 30. Hold on. What we got here? Boop. Come on. I hate when it does this. Okay. Kavonian, you wake up. You stand up. You're on a small, tiny little like rock island on a coastline. As you stand up, you see in front of you is a giant tower. Just a spire sticking into the sky. Very ominous feeling. Something doesn't feel right. You notice at the top of this tower, you only see one light emanating from one window at the top, tippity top of this tower. You look across in front of it, you see Tinzo. You see Raceland. You see Fat 2 getting up. Nori. You see Gold Moon and Sturm. Oh, and you know what? No, that's it. Those are the only faces you see.
So they're all the way over there. I'm stuck on this little island.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not. It's not super far away. The water's kind. There's some waves crashing down at your feet. Nothing too. It's not ridiculous. It's not like a hurricane or anything, but it's overcast. It's dark. The sky is dark.
All right.
You could swim. I would say you could easily swim across.
Cavonian, can Tinzo hear me if I yell to him?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Tinzo, you want to do that grabby pole grab spell on me?
Raceland immediately turns and he goes, "Keep it down, you fool."
Oh.
And he turns back towards the tower and looks up. And Tinzo, you notice Raceland is drastically shaken up.
I look up where he's looking up at.
He goes, he's staring up and he turns back. He goes, "If I'm right, we need to handle this with extreme caution." And he looks over at you, Kivonian, and he pulls you telekinesis.
Thank you.
So everybody's kind of coming up. Fatu, you do not see Inafine anywhere. Ruckus. You don't see Awen. You don't see Chiron. You don't see any of the other members of the other party.
The hell is everybody?
You just sit up and say that.
Where's my lady? Where's my pooch?
Aw.
Raceland, what happened?
Raceland goes. He looks at you. He goes. After reading the book, he goes. I knew that we weren't going to find anything there. He goes, and then when the dragon showed up, I had to make a decision. He goes, I wasn't going to be able to get everybody through one portal safely. So I did the best thing I could do. I just wasn't able to control who came through with me. He goes, and then he kind of looks at Shinzo. He goes, other than you.
To who? Me?
To you, yeah. And he looks back at you, Kavoni. He goes, trust me, if I had it my way, my brother here.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I was like, no one's blaming you, friend. You've done well. We're still alive.
Where is my lady?
Aw.
He goes,
I travel through the winds.
he goes, if my other portal was accurate, she's back at the forge with everybody else. He goes, the problem isn't where she is. The problem is, if I'm right, he looks back up at the tower, where we are. And
Where the hell are we?
we?
he goes, and not where, but when.
What the hell are you talking about?
He looks back up, he goes, because if I'm right, that's Fiston Donalus' tower.
We're going to be fisting Dolph Lundgren?
Can't with that name.
And he goes, and if I'm right, He goes, I sent us back a couple hundred years.
To all of us, all of us.
Buddy, I was sitting there with my girl smoking a little bit of weed, afraid of a dragon. Now you're talking about Fist and Dauntless, and I can't find my lady. Now we're back 100 years in the past. What the fuck's going on here?
I got worse news for you, buddy. My barrel of lotus weed was with Tasselhoff. He has my bag of holding.
So are we
This
all?
day keeps getting worse.
All of us are
You
100
actually
years,
screamed that?
or just us?
Raceland looks at you, Nor. He goes, anybody that came through this portal with us, he goes, they went back in time themselves. He goes, anybody that went to the forge is still in the normal time.
I pull the sword out and I say, by the sword of Crom, I will travel decades, millennia to get back to my woman.
The line you're looking for is I have crossed oceans of time to be with you again. It's from Dracula.
That one.
What does he say at the beginning when he curses God?
I don't know, but it was in Transylvania.
Yeah.
Great
Such
movie.
a good movie.
Classic. Crossed oceans of time to see you again.
He looks back up at the light in the tower and he goes, and it looks like we're expected.
I whisper to him, is this before he disappeared?
He goes, if he's in there, then yeah.
Oh, we're about to Bill and Ted this shit.
And that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
Just come with us.
Wait, who's in the past? I wasn't paying. I was spaced out for a minute.
Curly,
Festivals.
Pinzo, Raceland, Batu, Gold Moon, Nori, Kavonian, and Sturm.
Okay, cool. I'm in the present. I don't have to worry about this.
Yeah, you, Interfene, Chiron are in the and Interfene's got Ruckus. So yeah, Interfene, you wake up. You wake up to Ruckus licking your face. You're back. You're a couple tables in the bar. You like crushed by everybody coming through this portal. You get up. You see all the other party members from the other party. You see Kaywin sitting there with his "I'm better than you" look on his face. You see Chiron just like, what the fuck?
Did we get transported without a healer?
Gold Moon's a cleric.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Who's fisticuffs? I missed that part.
Are you asking that, or are you just?
Out of game. Can you what?
He's like the greatest wizard that's ever lived.
Oh, okay.
Like the most powerful.
So we're in a good spot.
Are
He's
you?
him.
I don't know.
He made the Dragonlance thing that we're trying to get.
Oh, which means he probably has it on him right now.
He disappeared hundreds of years before our present time, and that was also the last time the Dragonlance was seen.
Which means we kill him and get the sword. Got
Not
it.
the Dragonlance. I think it was the
We
blood.
put him in our telephone booth and bring him back to the future with us.
Yeah, I say we should just Avengers this shit and just start trying to assemble like the largest party possible.
You mean Bill and Ted's this shit,
Whatever.
so we can put on a presentation.
I meant like an all-star team. Like
I don't want to go to military school.
Hold on.
Deacon's Easter basket. Sorry. That's my favorite line out of that movie.
Hold on.
This is Socrates.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear this.
Nope.
We got some good walls in that house.
Where's my fucking phone? No. No. Seriously, what the fuck? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Can't hear it?
It's
We hear like
spotty.
bits of the words.
It's God gave rock and roll to you.
Oh. Classic.
Hold on. I'm going to put it in the chat.
You gotta get up for work in 5.5 hours.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I do. I do.
That's a power nap.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
I'm used to it though. So, all right, guys. I gotta see if I'm gonna have this coming Friday off. I will let everybody know as soon as I know.
Okay.
But all right, I'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.
Good Lord, quick.